So I welcome you to this preview video of the Spanish La Liga match day 34. So they got one more match day to be played compared to the other top leagues, which doesn't alter a lot compared to them. We gotta watch out and be very careful about what they try to achieve, what they can achieve, what they have to, what they need to, who failed maybe to achieve what he was hoping for, and so on. So the matter of motivation plays a major part. We check it out as we usually do with the assistance of this Betmaster tool that you can get your access to as well. And you would, as soon as you get your access, you can get this setup here as well, which is compiling all the probabilities and all the prices for you, and you can compare these with the market prices, which is actually here a small mistake now. It's not showing them. Once you click on it, you still see the prices you get, and but I'm improving here, of course, in all areas. With your support, it will be a lot easier, of course, to get all this work done, if you like it, if you need it, and so on. But of course, the key thing about it is to get the true price out and compiled and well compiled, and compare this with the market price. The quality or the power of this tool shows that it usually or very often should compile prices that are competitive at market, which means so it's doing a good job, but we want some deviations here or there to have a chance to find some value bets, because just sitting there twiddling thumbs and saying good calculation is exactly the market price, this wouldn't make us any money. So we want the deviations, although they are always very carefully to be observed. And of course, the fine tunings, fine settings within the tool, that is something you have to learn with a little bit of experience. Here now I have even this assistance of the statistical based method, which is, this is those are the expectancies in my settings with the Betmaster tool, which are usually very reasonable, but still there are areas where we could improve. And if I would do this job, then I could, or just the professional betting, which I've done for plenty of years, then you would even be a bit more careful about the fine settings and so on. This job I'm trying to avoid at the moment, but rather instead promote this tool or improve it and make it work and workable, make it work for you and make it usable for you, or profitable for you, of course, so you can win some money. And it's definitely there, the chances on. Just try to get proper settings and learn while you do so where to look and what to compare. For example, we can compare here first of all the table, and I can compare the stored strength by Real Madrid and the strength they performed at or they played at. So those are close together, which means, yeah, good job, more or less. Barcelona, similar, stored strength, performed strength. The Villa are a bit better than, or they performed a bit better, whereby recently they went down a bit. So this is rather also a form indicator here. And this is over the whole campaign, right? I overrated Atletico, so you see some space of how much you can adjust here. So this is what I thought they would play at. This is how they really played, whereby we still have all the stats we can compare here, where you can check out, did Real Betis really deserve it, and so on. And all those things are implemented here already, or are realized here already. but only in a mediocre version. So this is not the full version. It's just a version that I implemented quickly for an Excel, just to show you where I'm going to, right? What we are heading for, and it's even getting better. But then you can say, well, this is for scientists and not for the regular punter. But why wouldn't you become one or understand it? Or like a car, maybe a car, you would need to build a car, you wouldn't be able to, but sit in there and drive, you would very well be able to. And you wouldn't even ask, why is it driving? And you wouldn't worry and you wouldn't wonder that it's doing so. Although you would say, how does a shifting gear actually work? And my steering wheel, why is it all working so well? You wouldn't wonder. Or you wouldn't wonder. And here it's the same thing, right? No one would really say, well, there is this tool, it's compiling a price, here's the indication, go ahead and bet on it. Well, no. I need a proof for that. Anyway, I mean, some philosophy needs to find place here as well. Anyway, what we see here, Alaves, desperate campaign, not coming close to here. And goal difference awful, also their efforts no good when I saw them playing. While Levante and Granada looked like maybe still a chance of Cadiz after winning promotion last season and playing a very good campaign, this time with a lot more trouble, but maybe still with a fair chance. I didn't set them wrong also. Granada, I may have overrated, also Levante, and so on. But anyway, they are all of them pretty close to what we expected. And you could also ask this question, who could do better? I mean, if you say you can't compile this, you can't calculate it, then ask yourself the question, who else would do so? And the other question would be, I mean, they actually wouldn't need to compile it, and who would do so, they would all have deviations. You can't hit it right. And then the question would be, why would anyone at market make money? Which obviously are those betting companies, which we try to beat, but we are applying the principles they apply to make the money. Pay a price which is decent, or bet things for prices that you can afford or that make it profitable for you. So there need to be some mathematics behind it. Why would they make the money? We apply this same principle that they do. Get the mathematics on our side. Anyway, now we saw those games, the table here, who's playing for what. Of course, the title may be decided. Well, what would I say? Maybe, well, 15 points. It could still be won by Barcelona and none by Real, but it's about to celebration. Also, well, Sevilla and Atletico, of course, in those Champions League, but Betis not fully out of the contention here, and Real Sociedad and Villarreal, maybe even Athletic Club, somewhat trying to catch up. But there are a couple of teams that do not play for so much, starting with Mallorca. They will have major worries, Getafe maybe as well. So that we have to make sure that we get into the pairings, maybe that both sides play for something. Here it would even say Sevilla 153 is the true price. Comparing it with a statistical based method, it says Sevilla not so good or Cadiz even better. This would confirm market's view, so no bet on Sevilla. Although the true price by the Betmaster Tool tells us here, and that's what I'm trying to say, the improvements for the future would even make you win this experience yourself, or to get this alternative figure for the true price on the VIA, which would be then a bit higher, more or less, than confirming market's view. The Villarreal only 242, I mean, I wouldn't wish to go with Alaves, who are just desperate. 351, 342. It would tell me here maybe to go for a draw. Why should I? Villarreal need wins. Alaves need wins. We don't need a draw there. Real Madrid against Espanyol, 135. Here, market will most likely give us a better price, which we will happily overlook, forget about. Or would we? I mean, it's celebration time. So maybe, but they have Manchester City midweek, and 1 point is enough. No, rather leave it. But you know, there is an indication, and there is actually a fair chance to win the title with a win when Espanyol do not mind so much, I think. Valencia against Levante, oh, that's a derby, in fact. So 2.02 sounds like a lot, but here it's giving us even more. With Valencia maybe out of the... it's a derby, we skip it anyway. We can compare it here as well. Is it more or less? Here it would even say Valencia have a better chance. Do they want to kick out Levante, or are they happy with the derby? I don't know. But I would say because it's a derby and they get all to play for, and it's derby special anyway, I'd rather forget it. Although, yeah, well, there is a clear indication, in fact, right? And Bilbao, 3.08, 314. And here we have, but here it says the other way around, even Athletic Club favorites. And actually, I wouldn't wish to go with Atletico 250. Would be an indication, but here my my visual impression of Athletic not being so strong, or I would rather say Athletic Bilbao actually appearing to be even a bit better this time. And so I would, of course, in view of this, I would instantly need to skip it. All I could say here is maybe adjust the settings. We saw it already that Atletico might be overrated slightly, right? If we remember this, then we have 177. It is a decent and a reasonable setting for them because they usually played at this level, but maybe even better. But now they dropped down a bit, and maybe we noticed that they were not so reliable. So you see this kind of space here. And for Athletic Club, maybe we have something similar, the other way around, 1.08. They played at 115, so maybe that makes some more sense. If we keep in mind 177, 1.08, we can even compare it here in the alternative power rating. And here it's only 145, so you see the efforts are not really this amazing, and the 115 are confirmed. So I would instantly have all reason to adjust those settings, which doesn't make so much sense towards the end of the season, but just to make you notice how to adjust those settings. You have the strength here, you have the total goals, which you can also compare anytime and see how many did they really score, how many did they expect, and you can do some adjustments that are usually done automatically. But here we could easily say, well, why not make them 165, which is even a bit too much, in fact, but it's respect to Atletico could also step up one gear, maybe you would still fancy. And the 115 is more or less confirmed. This is also by watching them, simply saying, yeah, they are good, and also statistically confirmed, and also the efforts are then on this level. So why would you not do this? And if you are careful with it, and you know how to do it, and you know where to and watch how much space you have there, which you can easily and simply find within the stats you get. So you got the reason. After this, you have the responsibility. Maybe you say then, well, I changed this, and after this I lost. But then you know what you've done, and maybe you say then, well, maybe the tool settings were not so terrible after all. So, and you will easily start and learn how to use it. It's just a matter of, I mean, jump into the water and swim. I don't know if everyone could do that, but it's more or less what is required then, and it's kind of a saying, and used as a saying, right? Jump into the water, jump into the cold water, maybe something like that, and then it's what sometimes is done with children. Simply jump and go, and you will learn by learning by doing. Just being forced to. You are not forced to, but if you are serious about trying to make money, you will find all you need to do so. And you will obviously, I mean, why am I trying to convince you? Of course, I don't mind to have some more users, but I'm serious about you will be happy with what you get after you decided to subscribe, right? Yeah, I'm sure you will get it. Of course, here I have this small edge over you still with this, but as we saw and witnessed right now, we also had the space here. Now I have a price of 251, which more or less reflects now market's view, but it's done by some very fair adjustments. Also, of course, in view of the statistical method, which will come after a while. But I mean, I'm trying to implement those things, but there are other things that maybe still be a bit more important at the moment. Anyway, which was the game we just checked, and now we check out the Elche against Osasuna. We have a very even game here, and no one really to play for something. 292. Maybe I would think about going with Elche. I can't. The draw is too likely. Why would they play a draw? No need for either one. So simply go ahead and take the next one. Look at the next one. Celta Vigo being favorites at Granada. Most likely market won't confirm here. Of course, with Granada fighting for their lives, and Celta maybe still in some trouble. I'm not even sure. We will check it out. But this is very even here. Now we can compare the standings, and Celta have too many points, 39, whereby they are not safe yet. Then maybe I would even consider once again to go with them, whereby it's a rough life supporting Celta. If you do so, market always thinks they are good, and well, efforts, results, and so on, sometimes a couple of steps behind. But if you, in this case, I would give them another chance somehow, because I think, of course, Granada are in much more urgent. Well, is it 14 points between them? Sorry. If it's 14 points, no, it's 9 points. No, it's 14 points to them, but that's what wouldn't harm despairing Granada. If they lose, it's 6 points. Yeah, there is a fair chance, but I know what I bet on here more or less. They don't need really a win. It's a problem. Rayo against Real Sociedad. I take Rayo. 3.08. Is it confirmed here? I'm sure it is. It is. So in this case, yeah, I know. But Rayo, why would they slow down now? 3.12. It's not a real indication. So why? Yeah, the statistical based method would confirm. But here I have this impression that Rayo simply would like to do a bit better. They had a very good first part and then some awful results for a while. Well, I can't really. Real Sociedad need the win and so on. It's not even a clear indication, so rather forget it. Barcelona 136. Can check it out here. Here it says 127. Here it says, yeah, it is slightly worse. So it would confirm market, of course, awful results. A couple of in a row, also going out of the Champions League, or what did they the Euro League, or where did they go out recently? Anyway, it was against Frankfurt, right? Yeah, 136. Would they come back here? I don't know. I mean, yeah, they need this win for the Champions League, right? But the statistical method also says not quite, maybe, but maybe also not far away. Very, very tight one. I would actually, well, would I simply try it? I mean, no title hopes, but making sure to be in the Champions League next year. Well, okay. Well, is it such a daring one? I don't know. The last one would be Getafe against Betis. Well, looks like a good assessment here. I can't really say what market thinks about it, but 272, well, there is no indication, right? 272, 313, 278. No indication in this one, or the draw. Who needs a draw? Getafe, well, in fact, not so awful, but Betis would rather need a win. I don't know. I just leave it as is with these two very, very close decisions and tough ones to win. The Celta, yeah, well, they could win, of course, but a draw would do, and Granada wouldn't wish the draw, whereby it's also not terrible. Another 4 games to come then, but yeah, with Celta just to make sure, and Barcelona with this terrible recent results, not so great, and Mallorca also in some need, but Barcelona I would hope for. But what is the problem there? It's a very small price, so you need to win 2 out of 3 at least to make it, well, actually 3 out of 4 or so to make it profitable, right? Which is the challenge we have here. Anyway, this is what I could work on for you, and I thank you very much for watching, and I see you soon. That's it. I'm out here. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.